Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Please, if you can hear me, let me know in the comment section, please. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Please let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. And welcome to driving school tutorial. Let me see who is hearing me. Is anybody hearing me? Let me check. Okay, good afternoon, Sister Queen. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Okay, yes. Can we hear me, please? Let me know so that we can proceed. We are here to answer questions, past questions from the recent or from a recent exam. So, very good. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon once again. So, welcome to Driving School Tutorial. My name is Frank. Today, we are going to answer some questions from a recent past questions. And please, if there is anything you don't understand, do not hesitate to leave your comment in the comment section. I will always try my best to answer your questions. And please do well to like this video, share it with your friends. And if you are not in our Zoom class, you can reach out to me through this number that you are seeing on your screen. The number is 388-643-1524. That is my number. You can reach out to me, and I appreciate you as you do so. So let's quickly dive into the first question of today. Please remember, this class was supposed to be around 12 o'clock, but due to some personal responsibilities, and I had to shift it to this time. That is why we are doing it at this time, because this is not our normal time. But however, I appreciate you for bearing with me, because sometimes it's not easy. Okay, let us move on to the first question, question number 1. So as you're answering this question, just see it as if you are, doing an exam. Although I'm not having all the questions because time is not going to permit us, but we're going to respond to some of the questions. And number 1 of them is this. It said, chi intende cambiare corsia per effettuare un sorpasso deve controllare che il veicolo che sta davanti non abbia segnalato l'inizio della stessa manovra. Vero o falso? True or false? To question number 1. True or false? To question number 1. Dice, chi intende cambiare corsia per effettuare un sorpasso deve controllare che il veicolo che sta davanti non abbia segnalato l'inizio della stessa manovra. True or false? Remember to always try to break the question into pieces to enable you understand them, especially when you're having comma, full stop, question mark, bracket, and the rest. So here we're having comma, and we're going to try to understand what the question is saying from the, from the first, phrase. It said, chi intende cambiare corsia? That is somebody that is intending to change lane For what reason? Per effettuare un sorpasso, to carry out overtaking. What do I have to do? Deve controllare che il veicolo che sta davanti non abbia segnalato l'inizio della stessa manovra, which is true. The question is telling you that whosoever that is intending to change lane in order to carry out overtaking must ensure that the vehicle that is at his front has not started carrying out the same maneuver. It is true. You understand? Whenever you want to carry out maneuver, for example, if you find yourself in this kind of situation, this vehicle is able to carry out this, overtaking because this one has not started overtaking and this one has not started overtaking. Assuming this one of these two started overtaking before, this one will have to wait. You understand? The same thing for vehicles that are behind you. As this vehicle is carrying out overtaking, this one and this one, they will have to wait until this one he finished his maneuver. So that is it. The answer is vero. I conducente che intende cambiare corsia per effettuare chi intende cambiare corsia per effettuare un sorpasso deve controllare che il veicolo che sta davanti non abbia segnalato l'inizio della stessa manovra, and the answer is vero. Let us move on to the question number 2. It said, la sosta, ma non la fermata, è vietata sugli attraversamenti pedonali. Vero o falso? True or false? La sosta, ma non la fermata, è vietata sugli attraversamenti pedonali. Vero o falso? True or false? La sosta, ma non la fermata, è vietata sugli attraversamenti pedonali. Now, as you are trying to, figure out the right question to this answer, the right answer to this question, sorry, I would also like you to do something like this. What are they talking about? He said la sosta. What is sosta? And what does the word means? Ma non la fermata. What is fermata? You understand? Then he said è vietata. What do you mean by vietata? Sugli attraversamenti pedonali. Because sometimes when I'm asking anybody having any question, we just pretend as if we understand all of them. And sometimes when questions, like this come, you struggle. You understand? You struggle because you just understand the words that they are using there, what they stand for. That is where the problem lies. For example, here he's telling us, he said la sosta ma non la fermata. Now, if you do it like this, ask yourself this question. What is sosta? Sosta is parking. Then he said ma non la fermata. What do you understand by the word manon? Manon. It means but not stopping. Sugli attraversamenti pedonali. In the other word, it's telling you that on top of a pedestrian crossing, parking is prohibited, but you can stop on top. It is not true. On top of attraversamento pedonali, parking is prohibited and stopping is prohibited. So both of them are prohibited. So it is not true that parking is prohibited but not stopping. So the answer is falso. La sosta ma non la fermata è vietata sugli attraversamenti pedonali. Falso, because both of them are prohibited. So the answer is falso. Question number 3. It said, I caschi da utilizzare alla guida dei motocicli, i caschi da utilizzare alla guida dei ciclomotori non necessitano di omologazione. Vero o falso? I caschi da utilizzare alla guida dei ciclomotori non necessitano di omologazione. Please, if you are responding, try to be specific. Let us know the answer, the question that you are responding to. I caschi da utilizzare alla guida dei ciclomotori non necessitano di omologazione. What is omologazione? Homologation means approval. Then the question is telling us that the helmet that is used to drive moped does not need approval. It does not need approval. So, which means you can just you can just carry anything, any helmet of any type, even if it's the one that site engineers use. You can just wear that one to ride a moped. It is not true. The helmets that ciclomotori used, they also need an approval. You understand? So they are not something you can just pick anyhow helmet. You understand? So the answer is false. Question number 3 is falso. Then question number 4 is soccorrere un ferito della strada è obbligatorio per legge. Vero o falso? Soccorrere un ferito della strada è obbligatorio per legge. Vero o falso? Soccorrere un ferito della strada è obbligatorio per legge. Vero o falso? So the question said, soccorre un ferito della strada è obbligatorio per legge. Please remember that as a road user, you have a duty to help a road victim. Now take note, soccorre ferito della strada does not mean that you need to, or you have to treat the person. You are not the doctor to give treatment. What soccorso stradale means is giving help, and this help could be you just, waiting to call the ambulance, helping the road victim, just to maybe just make sure that you save life. Above all, to call ambulance, because you are not a doctor. Even if you are a doctor, you might not, have the license to practice. You understand? So it is always advisable for you to call the pronto soccorso, and they will come and do the needful. Remember, there is also a question which says that you need to do everything that you know that you can do within your knowledge. So don't go and start maybe trying to give treatment. No, you don't do that. At least calling the ambulance, or if the person is lying on the ground, maybe if you know that you can carry the person up. If something is piercing the person's maybe part of the body, you dare not pull it out, you dare not remove it. So all those things, you understand. But I always advise, call ambulance. It is the best, you understand. And this is not, it is not helping the a road victim is not something optional. It is obligatory that you must do. That is what you must do as a road user. You understand? So the answer is vero, because it's a law that said so, that you as a road user, you must help a road victim, especially when you become the primo soccorso, which is the first person that get to where the accident happened. So the answer is vero. Number 5, it said, il segnale raffigurato preannuncia la possibilità di forte vento laterale. Vero o falso? True or false? Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia la possibilità di forte vento laterale. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia la possibilità di forte vento laterale. Vero o falso? Okay. So the question said, il segnale raffigurato preannuncia la possibilità di forte vento laterale. What is forte vento laterale? Which is side wind, which is not true, because this sign, if you ever look at the sign, you see that this is a sign of a tree. You understand? Tree can be leaf, it can be whatsoever. So it means that here is referring to a bush. And here you are having, possible flame of fire, telling you that you are having a flame of fire, telling you that this is a place where you have a probability of, a fire burning. Therefore, do not throw anything that could, incite fire in that particular stretch of road or space, where the sign is placed. Therefore, it is not true, because a sign that said, possible side wind is what you are seeing here. This is a sign that, talks about possible side wind and not that other one. So, therefore, the answer is falso. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia la possibilità di forte vento laterale. The answer is falso. So please, once again, remember, if you are not in our Zoom class, you can join us by reaching out to me with this number here, 388-643-1524. And you have 2 days of free classes. Remember to check if you like it or not. So now we proceed. The next one, question number 6. It said, il segnale raffigurato consente l'uso del clacson nei casi di ingorgo stradali. What is our response to this question number 6? Il segnale raffigurato consente l'uso del clacson nei casi di ingorgo stradali. So the question is telling you that the sign here allows you to use klaxon, which is horn, ping, ping, in case of ingorgo. What is ingorgo? Ingorgo is traffic jam, hold up. For example, situation like this. So when you're having a situation like this and you have that sign, it means that poo, 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 that is what the question is saying, which is not true, because that sign is a sign that prohibits you from using the horn. You understand? So it is not true that it allows you to use the horn in case of a traffic jam. So, il segnale raffigurato consente l'uso del clacson nei casi di ingorgo stradali. Falso. It is not true. Then question number 7. Question number 7. It said, in una strada a senso unico di circolazione con la segnaletica indicata in figura si può sorpassare anche superando le strisce di mezzo. What is our response to question number 7? In una strada a senso unico di circolazione con la segnaletica indicata in figura si può sorpassare anche superando la striscia di mezzo. In una strada a senso unico di circolazione con la segnaletica indicata in figura si può sorpassare anche superando la striscia di mezzo. In una strada a senso unico di circolazione con la segnaletica indicata in figura si può sorpassare anche superando la striscia di mezzo. Now, what this question is saying is this. Please always remember, whenever you are having any question you don't understand, try to, dismantle this question. You understand? Try to break them into pieces. Now, I told us that you can always use comma, full stop, question mark, bracket, and yes, full stop. I mentioned that. that this can help you to know where to break the questions. But in a question like this, where you don't have full stop, comma, and the rest, always look for words like this: and, con, and, yes, like this word here and this word. Those words, they can also, those are the words that can also help you to, to break them into pieces. Because if you break them from there, yes, you'll be able to understand or have a clearer understanding. Because here I say, in una strada al senso unico di circolazione. Okay, in a one-way road like this, una strada a senso unico di circolazione. Con la segnaletica indicata in figura si può sorpassare anche superando la striscia di mezzo, which means you can overtake also by invading the middle line. Now, what are we having in the middle line? You see it, these are the middle line, and they are broken lines, tratteggiata. And when you have a broken line, what does it mean? It means that you are allowed to overtake going above that line. You understand? And when you are having a continuous line, please remember, sometimes you see a question like this with the continuous line, and it will tell you that continuous line prohibit overtaking. No, it does not prohibit overtaking. It's telling you, even if you want to overtake, don't go above me. You understand? So that is it. So it is true, because here we are having a broken line, and a broken line allow you to overtake and exceeding the line. Just like this one is a double-way traffic, but even though it was a one-way traffic, as long as the middle line is broken, you can carry out your overtaking, exceeding or going above that, broken line, just as we are having here. And the answer is vero. In una strada a senso unico di circolazione con la segnaletica indicata in figura si può sorpassare anche superando la striscia di mezzo. And the answer is vero to question number 7. Question number 8. Question number 8. It said, il pannello integrativo raffigurato indica il pericolo di allagamento della carreggiata in caso di pioggia o forte mareggiata. Vero o falso? What is our response? Vero o falso? What is our response to this question? Number 8. As I said, these are past questions of a recent exam. Today, we are not going to answer all of them because I'm really trying to manage time as much as possible. Probably maybe next Saturday, I will try to answer the remaining question. Remember, we have 30 questions in exam. In that 30 questions, you have 20 minutes to answer them. So here, we are having 10 questions. So next, in our next meeting, we'll try to respond to the remaining 20 questions to evaluate our understanding. Il pannello integrativo raffigurato indica il pericolo di allagamento della carreggiata. Please, in the comment section, what do you understand by allagamento? By this word here, what do you understand by allagamento? Please, in the comment section, please, please, please. What do you understand by that word, alagamento? Because if you understand that word, if you understand that word, this question, I don't think you need to read it too much. And there are some questions like that. You don't need to waste time. Okay. Sister Julian said flooding. Okay. Okay. Where water stored. Okay. No other person? No other person? Okay, so let's assume, very good. It means flooding or where water stores, as you know, our brother wrote. Because yes, erosion plays. Very good. Very good. Because why I asked that question is this. Remember, you have another sign like this one, although that one is somehow different from this one, even though it still, carry a sign like this. That one is a brown sign. It has a brown sign on it. And what do we said a brown sign indicates? Who can remind us? When you are having a sign, under a brown background, what does that indicate? You are having a brown sign as a background of any sign. What does that mean? A brown sign as a background of a sign. Can we remember what the meaning of that is? Very good, Sister Rosemary. Tourist center. Tourism, where people go and do tourism. Because remember, that one with the blue sign, is it blue? No, not blue, brown sign. That one indicates a river. You understand? And remember, river, yes, is, a place where people can go, for tourism. So this one is for erosion or flood. You understand? A place where you can possibly meet, erosion just like this. You understand? And the sign will be there to call your attention. Say, hey, Mr. Frank, pay attention. Possibly you can meet, erosion on the road. You understand? And that is what that sign is. And the answer is vero. Erosion, here he said, in caso di pioggia or forte mareggiata. Forte mareggiata is a storm, So that is it. The answer is vero. That place, this sign is a sign placed in a place where you have, for example, something like this to call your attention over something like this. So the answer is vero. Number 9, it said, I ciclomotori non rientrano nella categoria dei motocicli. True or false? If you are able to understand signs, what they are, even though you might not be able to call them well, you might not be able to pronounce them well, spell them well, write them well, but you understand that this sign is like this. Sign is a sign, you understand? If I do you like this, you already know what I'm talking about if I do like this. So even though you don't know how to write what I did, you don't know how to explain what I did, but you know what I did. I do you like this, and you know what it is. It means no. You understand? So you might not be able to write no. You might not be able to explain no, but you know you can understand that what I did. So that is a road sign. That is why I always tell us, try to understand the sign. When you know what the sign is, then first, this is how I answer my question. Any question that is having a sign, a road sign on it. First of all, look at the sign. What is this sign talking about? Okay, this is a sign that tells me I can enter here, I cannot enter here. Just like that. Then at the end of the day, I go for the question. You understand? So that is it. Question number 9. I ciclomotori non rientrano nella categoria dei motocicli. Vero o falso? I ciclomotori non rientrano nella categoria dei motocicli. Vero o falso? I ciclomotori non rientrano nella categoria dei motocicli. This same question is just like, for example, somebody asking you, is a moped motorcycle? You understand? Is a moped motorcycle? So if somebody asks you, is a moped motorcycle? What will you say? Yes or no? So the answer is no. Moped is not motorcycle. Therefore, the question said, I ciclomotori non rientrano, which is moped does not take part in the category of motorcycles, which is true, because moped does not, take part in the category of motorcycle. Why? Because if we come here, remember when we did our classificazione dei veicoli, we said I ciclomotori sono veicoli a due o tre ruote con motore termico fino a 50 cm3 di cilindrata e velocità massima su strada piana sino 45 km/h, which is moped. They are those vehicles that their engine capacity does not exceed 50 cubic centimeters with their maximum speed 45 kilometers per hour. Here it says possono essere dotati di cambio automatico, which is true. It could be automatic gear or it could be manual. I ciclomotori sono soggetti a revisioni dopo 4 anni della prima immatricolazione, successivamente ogni 4 anni. Just like other vehicles, moped, they have their first, review after their first, registration year, 4 years after the year of the first registration, then successively every 2 years, just like every other, like motorcycle, autovettura and the rest. Here he says, attenzione, non rientrano nella categoria dei motocicli. And I've always told us, whenever you are, reading your book, you see all those places they ask you to pay attention. They put something inside, a bracket. All those places, pay attention to them, because those are places whereby they bring questions. You understand? It is true that all these places, there are so many questions that they would like to bring. But you see, in this exam here now, in the whole of this place, this is where question is coming from. Look at it. It said, attenzione, non rientrano nella categoria dei motocicli, which is true. You understand? Because moped does not fall into the category of motorcycles. Because look at it here. This is or these are moped. Remember, they taught us something here. He said, blah, 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 ecco, something I didn't read before. He said, I quadricicli leggeri, in bracket, le microcar, ai fine della circolazione sono assimilati ai ciclomotori, which means all these light quadricycle, at the end of the day, they fall under the category of moped, you understand? So all these that you are seeing here, these are ciclomotori, you understand? The ones with 2 legs, the ones with 2 legs, the ones with 3 legs, and the one with 4 legs, you understand? So that is it. Then the answer is vero, because i ciclomotori non rientrano nella categoria dei motocicli. Then the last question for today is this question we are having here, question number 10, which says, il segnale raffigurato indica che bisogna rallentare e fermarsi alla dogana. Is it true or false? Il segnale raffigurato indica che bisogna rallentare e fermarsi alla dogana. Vero o falso? Okay, the word rientrano means does not, it does not partake in it. It does not enter into that category, or it is not inside the family of that category. So, il segnale raffigurato indica che bisogna rallentare e fermarsi alla dogana. Vero o falso? True or false? Il segnale raffigurato indica che bisogna rallentare e fermarsi alla dogana. Please take note, these questions, they are random questions. So if maybe you are the type that is just doing, starting new, and all these questions, you find them difficult to understand, do not allow anything to, take you on surprise, because at the end of the day, little by little, you get to understand all those these questions. Like, for example, this sign is taken from segnale di obbligo, right? This one is not a divieto sign. It is obbligo, and it obliges you to stop, in a, how do you call it, in a border point, in order to carry out control. So that is what you are seeing here. You see dogana, for example, this is the boundary between Italy and Switzerland. You see, it's telling you that Como is finished, and here it said confine di Stato Svizzera, the boundary between Switzerland, dogana. And look at the sign here, is what you're seeing here. It means that you are, please take note, You see these people, they are not going to stop you. They are not going to tell you stop. No. This sign does. So you are obliged to stop. If they don't want to control you, they will ask you to leave. But if you get there, maybe after all, nobody, boom. No, there is always somebody. You understand? Remember, the sign is there already. Let us check the other one. We can also see it here. Look at it here. It's an obligation sign that obliges you to stop for border control. You understand? And the answer is vero. Il segnale raffigurato indica che bisogna rallentare e fermarsi alla dogana. And the answer is vero. So guys, this is where we are going to leave it for today. I just tried to squeeze out time for this meeting today because I'm somehow, and that is why I try to do it as quick as possible. Remember, as I said, there are 30 questions, so we have answered 10. Our next meeting, we'll try to answer the remaining 20. I don't know if there's any question, but I'm looking at the comment section. I'm not seeing anything like that. Should in case there is any question or anything you don't understand, you want me to give you some clarification, please remember you can always reach out to me through this number, 388-643-1524. I appreciate you for your time. See you some other time, probably next Saturday, so that we'll continue to finish the remaining question. Thank you for your time. Bye.